guys, I'm bringing you a different kind of video today. I hope this is going to be very helpful to you. Right now we're all working from home because of the whole COVID situation, and many of us are getting on video conference calls with our colleagues, and you don't want to be wearing any makeup because it's just not realistic and looks really stupid and weird, but you still don't want to look dead or dull like you just rolled out of bed. You just want to look alive. If that's what you're looking for, this is the look for you. So this is a I'm not wearing any makeup look, not to be confused with the minimal makeup look or natural makeup look. This is just really I'm not wearing any makeup kind of look that you're going for. This is just to even out your skin tone and liven up your face, and that's it. So you just want to make it look like you're not wearing a smidgen of makeup on your face. So this works really well for me for my Zoom calls. These lights make it a little bit more obvious, but I promise you on Zoom calls, you can't tell at all that you're wearing any makeup. Like when I see myself on my Zoom calls on the small window, it just looks like I have bright skin tone, even skin tone, and I haven't done anything. It works really well. Let's get into the tutorial. Okay, let's get started. I have already applied my eye cream. Now I'm going to prep my skin with Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I don't know if this is, effective long term, but I can tell you one thing, it is amazing when it comes to prepping your skin for makeup, or even when you're not wearing makeup for a no makeup look, or even if you're not wearing makeup at all, for your skin to give your skin that supple, sort of plump, youthful, kind of hydrated look. So I just really love this cream for prepping my skin for makeup. I think I'm going to use a little bit, not overdoing it, but just a little bit of this Charlotte Tilbury kind of Wonder Glow, just to again give a little bit more of a glowy look to the skin. Just a very little of it. So we want to be glowy and healthy when when we want to look like we're not wearing any makeup, when we're doing a not wearing any makeup look. You guys can skip this step, but I have an infant and I get very little sleep at night, so I do have to cover my under eye darkness with a corrector. But when you do this, make sure you're using a color corrector that is very natural and it wouldn't show through, because we're trying to do and I'm not wearing any makeup look. We just want to look like we're not wearing any makeup at all. So for that, the best thing that I like is this Touch of Pearl. Very little goes a long way. This comes in a few shades for light, medium, for fair, light, medium, and tan skin tones. So I think I have like the medium shade, or it could be lighter. I can't remember what shade I have, but I use my finger to tap this on under my eyes. I'll bring it up to my lid a little bit too. Now I'm going to use this ERBORIAN Touch Pen. This is like a very natural looking concealer-ish product. Again, you guys can skip this step if you don't have under eye darkness, but I need to use a little of this just to kind of hide it slightly. So I'm gonna tap it on under. It's got this sponge applicator, which is like really nice and easy to use. Kind of like, it reminds me of that Maybelline concealer that has a similar sponge applicator. So again, I'm going to use my fingers to tap that on and even it out. So we want to make sure none of the products really show through. The next step is to use this ERBORIAN CC Dull Corrector. Again, this is a Korean brand, ERBORIAN. This is a lavender skin tone corrector for dull skin. It's just kind of like, it's lavender when you first apply it, but when you rub it onto the skin, it just leaves you with this kind of glow and corrects any dullness on the skin. Different colors that correct different problems, like lavender is for correcting dullness, red is for correcting blue, you know, black darkness under the eyes and stuff, and green is for correcting redness, so you guys know. So that's what I'm going to apply all over my face now. I'm again using my hands. A lot of this stuff I'm going to use my hands for this. I'm not wearing any makeup look. As you can see, it's brightening my skin instantly. So they're going to bring it under my eyes and kind of blend out what I put underneath. And I'm going to bring it down to my neck so it kind of blends into my neck. And then a little bit on the décolleté. Can you guys see how it just instantly kind of lit up my face? I don't look dull, I don't look dead. It just brightened up my complexion. So the next product, actually you guys can choose one or the other. You can just stop right there with the Lavender Dull Corrector CC cream, but I like to use a little of this too. This is also by ERBORIAN, the same Korean brand. This is actually their CC cream that is kind of clear when you put it on. It's like a white in color, but when you rub it in, it's quite interesting, guys. When you rub it in, it takes the color of your skin. It changes color to your skin tone, leaving your complexion even and perfect. And it doesn't look anything like foundation, as you can see. So I like to double down with both of these products, but you only have to use one. In my opinion, I like to use both because I can get all the help with no sleep at nighttime these days, almost. So this is just gonna do something more to even out my skin tone. Again, I'm gonna bring it under my eyes and on top of my eyelids. I believe this has sunscreen in it too, does it? Yeah, 25 SPF. Both of them, I believe, have sunscreen. So as you can see, it further kind of evened out my skin tone there. So now it's all ready and it doesn't look like I'm wearing any makeup. So far, so good. So now I'm going to set my under eyes with a brightening powder. This is the Becca brightening powder. It's an HD powder that I like to use. This is one of the only two powders I'm going to use in this look, because powders usually kind of make it obvious that you're wearing makeup, unless it's like a finely milled one. Like this one is almost like absolutely like you can't even tell it's a powder. And then the other one I'm using, I will show you when the time comes. Again, can't even be considered a powder. It's very light, and it really isn't like the consistency of a powder at all. So that, which is the only reason why I'm using these two technically powder products. You want to avoid powders when you're trying to do a no makeup look. You want to use basically all cream products because that gives you more of a natural look. Now I'm going to just contour my eyes a little bit, just so that they have some definition, but also remember, don't overdo it and don't make it obvious that there's any makeup there at all. So I'm going to use this very natural palette by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Instant Eye palette that she recently released. I'm going to take a squirrel hair brush, which is great for picking up very minimal amount of product and not making it obvious. It blends out really well and doesn't pick up too much product. I'm going to go into this shade here, right here, almost my skin tone. So, and make sure to just pick a transition color that is almost your skin tone but slightly darker to contour your eyes. So I'm just going to kind of give a little definition to my eye without eyelid, without making it obvious that I'm wearing any makeup. So that's really all I'm going to do. Same on the other side. And then I'm going to take the slightly darker color there and just put a very little. I'm going to tap off the excess and just put a very little at the very corner of my eye here, just to give a little more definition. Again, very little. Yep. There you go. So that gave my eyelid definition without making it obvious that I'm wearing anything. I might go in with like just a slight wash of this right on the center of the eyelid, without, probably take my finger and just put a little, very slightly on the center, and just kind of make sure it blends right out without looking like it's on there. But you guys don't have to do this. You can just contour the eyelid and call it a day. See, so now it doesn't look like I'm wearing anything, but there's definition to my eyelids. Then I'm going to use this cream bronzer. Again, this is not a necessary step at all. You can skip this step very easily. I'm going to take a sponge applicator. This is a cream blush. Make sure to use a cream blush, you guys. And make sure that it's a blush. I'm going to tap the excess off on the back of my hand. You see it's only slightly darker than my skin tone. Make sure to get a cream blush that's just slightly darker than your skin tone, and then kind of tap that on by your ear up to your ear, just to contour, sort of bronze and contour in the same right there. Again, see how it's not obvious that you're wearing makeup, but it gives you your cheekbones some definition, like that. If you want, you can put a little of it up here on your forehead. Make sure to blend really, really well so it doesn't show at all. And I like to put a little bit right under my jawline to sort of give a little definition. And then under my chin. Just bring it up to your ear and then make sure it blends right out. So that's all I'm gonna do with the contouring. Again, still looks like I'm not wearing any makeup, especially on a video conference call. It's even less obvious than with all these lights. This lighting kind of makes things a little bit more obvious. But on a video conference call, if you look at it like on your Ring Central meeting or your Zoom meeting or whatever you're using, Zoom and Ring Central, pretty much the same thing. You can see what, you know, on that little window, your face, you will see that it's not at all obvious. So the next step is to use a little bit of cream blush. The best, most natural cream blush that gives my cheeks a supple, kind of flush from within kind of look is this cream blush right here by Natasha Denona in her Love Glow Cheek Palette. So I'm going to take the other end of my my sponge, and I'm going to take a little of this cream blush right here in the corner, the cream base, glow cream base, and I'm going to apply that onto the apples of my cheeks, just a little bit, and then kind of blend it out so that it's not obvious. It just looks like I'm just blushing, and I like to bring it like over here a little bit because naturally that's how you blush. You don't blush back here, you know. So for this look especially, I like to bring it more to the apples of my cheeks right there, and then kind of bring it like closer to the nose. Just smile a little bit if it helps. Right there, the apples of your cheek, and bring it up toward the nose a little bit so it just looks like you're naturally blushing, not like, you know, wearing blush like that. See, it just gave your skin like a, you know, I'm alive and flushed kind of look. rather than I'm wearing blush kind of look. See? And if you want to, you can bring it up to your nose a little bit, because that's how you usually, if you go out in the sun, that's how you kind of flush. So that's all the blush I'm going to use. I might top it with a powder blush that's a little, like, that is not so obvious. But for now, I think I might decide otherwise. Okay, so that looks good, natural already so far. Okay, next up, I like to put a little not so obvious cream highlighter. This is by Becca. I will link it down below. This is a very natural highlighter that doesn't have any sparkles or glitter or anything. It just gives you this like glow, like a wet glow look. So just put it right on the cheekbones here. You can take it on your finger and tap it on, or you can just apply directly and then tap it out. So I like to put it right there in a C curve. And up here a little bit. You see how it's glowing already? And then I like to put some in the middle, on the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow and chin. And then now I'm going to go sort of tap it out with my fingers so it looks natural. So that's all I'm gonna do for like highlighter. See that it gives you this like fresh glow without making it look like you're wearing makeup. So that's all. Now I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my eyebrows. I would have preferred to use my Hourglass eyebrow pencil, which is a little bit more natural looking, but this is what I have right now. So you want to make sure you only fill in the gaps. You don't want to do Instagram brows at all. You're just only gonna fill in the gaps that you see very lightly. Just very light hand. Just fill in the gaps on your eyebrows instead of doing like a full Instagram brow type thing. And then use the spoolie side to brush it out. So yeah, that's all I'm going to do right there. Now I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes 2 mascara. The nice thing about this mascara is that it's not very obvious when you put it on if you use a very light hand, and it still gives your eyelashes these like feathered look. It just looks like nice and feathered out. It separates your lashes, but it doesn't make it so obvious that you're wearing mascara. Another option, if you don't want it even this much, is to wear a clear eyebrow gel or a clear mascara and just like apply that. That's another option. So I'm gonna bring it to the lower lash a little bit. So that's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna go over it anymore. I'm not gonna apply 2 coats. That's all I'm gonna do. I just wanted them to look alive. You know what, guys? You can curl your lashes. I should have curled my lashes. I forgot to, but curl your eyelashes before you do that, so it just kind of looks even more feathered out. But if you don't want to make it obvious that you're wearing anything at all, I mean, right now I don't think it's obvious, especially on a Zoom call. But if you don't want even this much, you can just wear a clear brow gel on your lashes, or you can wear a clear mascara, which is available. You can buy one of those. I have this clear brow gel. I might put a little bit on my eyebrows, although I don't want it to look too laminated. Now I'm going to line my lips with a chubby liner pencil by Buxom. So I'm using this one so that it doesn't like look like a line, you know, it's because it's a little chubbier, and then you can like use your finger to kind of blur it out. And then I'll show you what balm I'm gonna put on. And then I'm going to use this balm by Gucci. This is like a very sheer balm, or you can use the Fenty gloss bombs, but they'll be really shiny and then it'll look like you're wearing gloss, but gloss is really not You know, a lot of people just wear like a lip balm or gloss, and it's okay if that shows. So this is like a balm with a slight tint, like a color of your lip type tint to it. That's what I wear with a look like this. See, it just looks slightly better like than my lip color. Then I like tap it out a little more, blur it out a little more, and that's it. And then I am going to take this Guerlain Meteorites. These come in several shades as well. What this does is, this is for medium skin. It's another dull correct powder. Again, this is what I was mentioning. This is my second technically powder, but it really doesn't have a powder consistency at all. It's very lightweight. It's like a feather, just like the Becca under eye brightening powder I used. So I take my Lavender brush and I swirl it around, and then I tap the excess, and then I'm going to sort of tame a little bit of this glow down a little, so it doesn't look so wet there, and tame it down. At the same time, this does the same thing that Dull Corrected that I wore. This evens out the skin tone and corrects dullness, so it's doubling down with this product on top of my Dull Correct. So there you go. See how it instantly kind of tamed down the glow a little bit to a more natural place, and then at the same time evened out my skin tone even more. So I like to bring it down to my neck and décolleté, everything. As you can see, it has all these lavender and pink pearls with yellow in there. That is all designed to correct the dullness on the skin. So that's it, you guys. I'm gonna take my hair clips off. So that's it, you guys. That's the finished look. So as you can see, you can't really tell that I'm really wearing makeup, especially on a video conference call. The red on my slight pink on my cheeks look like a natural flush, and especially on a Zoom call, you can't really tell you're wearing any makeup. This works really well for me for my I'm not wearing any makeup look. I hope you guys like it and try it out. I will see you in my next video.